Did you know your body doesn't start aging with time? It starts aging the moment you believe the stories you were told. From the second you're born, your mind is fed a program that slowly drains your energy, accelerates fatigue, and disconnects you from your inner vitality. But buried in ancient wisdom, there's a code, a hidden key passed down from Thoth, the Hermetic master of Egypt, and it can reverse the damage. This isn't a cute metaphor or mental hack. This is something real, something that once you feel it changes everything. So stay with me, because the deeper we go, the more you'll begin to sense it stirring inside you, that spark you thought you'd lost. Let's begin at the root. You were born into a system, but this system doesn't bind you with chains. It doesn't even need to, because it works through repetition, through stories you've heard so many times they've turned into truth. You were told what to do, how to be, what matters, what success looks like, and without even realizing it, those ideas became your reality. But here's the problem. The more you live inside those stories, the further you drift from who you actually are. The Matrix isn't fiction, it's your everyday life. It's the news feed that shows you only what keeps you reactive. It's the algorithm that tailors distraction. It's the silent pressure to keep scrolling, clicking, chasing. And while you believe you're making your own choices, the options were already chosen for you. You wake up in the morning and reach for your phone. That's not your habit. That's the system at work. Notifications, messages, endless timelines. You're responding before you've even grounded yourself. And without knowing it, you've already begun your day giving your energy away. It's not physical effort that drains you most. It's mental fragmentation. Being pulled in 100 directions before you've even had a chance to breathe. News floods your nervous system with fear. Social media floods you with comparison. Productivity culture tells you to move faster, do more, stay busy. But all of this pulls you outward. And when your energy is fixated outward, there's nothing left for the inner world. The exhaustion isn't in your body, it's in your soul. And that soul-level fatigue eventually manifests in your body. You start waking up tired. Your rest stops feeling restful. You feel drained before the day even begins. That's not just a bad night's sleep. That's the result of living in disconnection from your truth, from your center, from your natural rhythm. And here's what makes it all worse: this exhaustion, this chase, is sold to you as freedom. They say you can be anything you want, but they only show you the paths that serve the machine. Go to school, get the job, buy the house, chase the goal. Repeat. You're free as long as you play the game. The system doesn't want you to pause, because silence is dangerous. When you're silent, you start to see, and when you start to see, you wake up. Look at the entertainment pushed at you. It's fast, it's loud, it's shallow. Short videos, repetitive loops, instant gratification. It's dopamine without depth, and it keeps your mind just distracted enough to stop asking deeper questions. But here's the thing, no one tells you your body feels all of it. Every time you feed your mind fear, your body tenses, your breath shortens, your immune system weakens, your energy field shrinks. Over time, that energy drain compounds, and what we call aging is just the physical residue of that unseen exhaustion. You've been trained to reach for distraction every time you feel the void, but that void, that emptiness, you're trying to silence it, isn't something to fear. It's your signal. It's the beginning of awakening. Most people don't know this. The emptiness you feel when everything else is fine, that hollow echo that shows up when the world goes quiet, that's not a problem. That's a message. It's your soul whispering, you've forgotten something. That restlessness you feel, the ache you can't quite name. It's not because something's wrong, it's because something is right, and it's trying to surface. It's a spiritual alarm clock shaking you from autopilot. The ancients knew this. The Egyptians, the Eastern sages, the mystics and philosophers. They all said the same thing: the emptiness is the beginning. Modern society teaches you to run from discomfort. Buy something, post something, scroll until you can't feel. But the Hermetic teachings, they say go into the silence, because in the silence you meet yourself. And it's in that meeting where healing begins. You'll be tempted to run, everyone else is. You'll be surrounded by people who normalize exhaustion, glorify hustle, and mistake noise for connection. But if you can stay even for a moment in the stillness, you'll notice something strange. Peace. Real peace. Not the temporary kind that comes from a vacation or a dopamine hit, but the kind that wells up from deep inside. The kind that doesn't care what's happening outside because it's rooted in something unshakable. And from that peace, you'll start to hear a different language, a hidden code. Thoth didn't just speak about truth. He left a system, a method, not a dogma, but a map to transmute fatigue into vitality. And the first signal that you're waking up is the one you're feeling now, the recognition that this emptiness, this ache isn't something to numb. It's something to follow. This journey doesn't start with answers. It starts with presence. And in the next part, I'll show you how the greatest minds in history, Jesus, Buddha, Socrates, Hermes Trismegistus, all pointed toward the same code, a code that not only awakens your spirit, but starts to reverse the damage done to your body. Before we get to the hidden code left by Thoth, you need to see something most people miss: the calling that brought you here today. That emptiness pulsing inside wasn't random. That tug you feel when you're alone, that quiet restlessness that won't go away, it's not a glitch in your system, it's the doorway. Long ago, ancient civilizations knew this. They called it the first awakening. It's the moment when everything that once gave you comfort starts to feel hollow. When your achievements feel oddly shallow. When even surrounded by people you feel alone. And while modern culture tries to sedate this feeling with distractions, shopping, binging, scrolling, the ancients saw it differently. They knew this discomfort was a signal that your soul was beginning to remember something deeper. A memory waking up inside you. What memory? That you were never meant to live on autopilot. That you are energy, not just flesh. That your body was built to renew itself, but only when your mind stops spinning in someone else's narrative. That moment you feel disconnected from everything that's not you falling apart. That's you falling out of the illusion. And when it happens, you have a choice. You can numb it, or you can listen. Buddha said suffering begins in the mind, that fear, attachment, and illusion are the root of human pain. But his teachings weren't meant to be boxed into rituals. They were a blueprint for freedom. He wasn't creating religion, he was showing the path back to your inner world. Socrates did the same. He didn't give answers. He asked questions. Why? Because he knew the deepest truth isn't something anyone can hand you. It's something you uncover by unlearning what you've been told. And then there's Hermes Trismegistus, or Thoth as many know him. He gave us something even more powerful. A mirror, a system, not a philosophy but a practice. As within, so without. As above, so below. That phrase, it's not poetic, it's literal. What you carry inside becomes your external reality. The energy you cultivate internally doesn't just change your thoughts, it rewires your body, your relationships, your aging, even your health. And here's what almost no one understands. Your physical state is a mirror of your inner vibration. When your mind is filled with fear, shame, comparison, and guilt, your body contracts. It ages faster. Your breath shortens. Your cells don't regenerate the way they should. You're living in survival mode and your biology reflects it. But when your mind is aligned with presence, with stillness, with clarity, your body begins to shift. And you start to tap into something deeper, what Thoth called mental alchemy. This isn't magic, it's transformation. It's the ability to transmute low-frequency emotions into higher frequencies of awareness. To turn the heaviness of your mind into lightness of being. It's what the Emerald Tablet described, that ancient text left behind by Thoth. Not just words, but symbols encoded with layers of meaning. And at its core, it taught this: you are not bound by the density of the world unless you believe you are. That's why the real gold of alchemy was never physical. It wasn't about turning metal into gold. It was about turning mental lead, your limiting beliefs, your unconscious habits, into light. And this happens every single day in the small decisions you make. When you choose awareness over reaction, when you breathe instead of spiraling, when you sit with discomfort instead of reaching for the next distraction. Each one of those moments transmutes energy. And that energy, it regenerates your being. You've seen it in others. You've met people who radiate something, not because of how they look or what they wear, but because their energy is clear. They feel lighter, grounded. They don't carry the weight of unresolved emotions in their body. They move differently, speak differently, You feel it around them, like their presence wakes something up in you. That's what happens when someone begins to live from mental alchemy. But this shift isn't a one-time event, it's a daily practice. And it's less about what you do and more about how you are in what you do. You start becoming aware of what drains you, the thoughts, the environments, the conversations, and you learn how to hold your energy no matter what's happening outside of you. It's not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming present. Because presence is what reverses the spiral of decay. This is how you begin to undo the wear and tear society placed on your system. And Thoth didn't leave you empty-handed. He left keys, literal symbols that act as vibrational triggers for your energy system. The most powerful of them, the Ankh, the ancient Egyptian symbol, known as the key of life. You've probably seen it before. But this isn't about decoration. The Ankh isn't just something you wear, it's something you feel. It's a blueprint, a symbolic diagram of how energy flows between your body and the universe. The loop at the top represents the eternal, the soul. The vertical line represents your connection to the higher realms. And the horizontal line represents balance between the spiritual and the physical. But more than its shape, the Ankh works like a tuning fork. When you visualize it not with your eyes, but with your feeling, you begin to activate parts of yourself that were dormant. This is what Thoth taught: symbols bypass the logical mind and speak directly to your energy field. That's why he also encoded his teachings into the Emerald Tablet, not as a book to be read, but as a frequency to be remembered. When you sit with these symbols, when you breathe into them, visualize them, feel them, something inside you responds. You're not adding anything. You're remembering. And here's how you do it. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your chest. Visualize a soft, warm light there, not coming from outside, but awakening from within. Now imagine the Ankh glowing inside that light, gently spinning, radiating through your whole body. As you inhale, feel the energy expand. As you exhale, let go of the tension you've been carrying. There's no need to force it. Just notice what you feel. Even if it's subtle, a tingling, a warmth, a sense of space opening. That's your energy responding. The world taught you to chase stimulation, but Thoth taught you to awaken sensation. And it's this shift in perception that begins to reverse the energetic decay caused by stress, distraction, and fatigue. This is the first phase of the hidden code, but it's only half the journey, because the real challenge isn't just activating your inner energy. It's learning how to sustain it, to carry that vibration through daily life, through distractions, through storms. So you've activated your inner energy. You've remembered the Ankh, felt your breath deepen, maybe even sensed something shift inside your chest. But now comes the most overlooked step. How do you keep that energy alive when the world keeps pulling you back into its noise? Because the truth is, activation is just the beginning. Real rejuvenation, the kind that rewires your body, sharpens your mind, and awakens your spirit, only happens when you learn to sustain that energy every single day. And let's be honest, it's easy to feel lit up in a moment of silence. But how do you carry that clarity into traffic, into conversations, into your job, your phone, your life? That's where the deeper work begins. Think of your energy like a flame. If you're not aware, the wind of modern life will snuff it out. Notifications, comparisons, deadlines, distractions, they chip away at you one small cut at a time. So here's the key. Sustaining your vibration requires protecting your attention. It's your most valuable currency, and the system wants to spend it for you. That's why you need daily rituals, not elaborate ones, not hours of silence in the mountains, just simple patterns that protect your inner state, like checking in with yourself before checking your phone, like pausing for 60 seconds before reacting to something that triggers you, like visualizing the Ankh in your chest when your mind starts to spiral. These micro choices build your energy field. Every time you choose presence over reaction, you reinforce your frequency. And your frequency is everything. Because what you hold inside begins to shape what you attract in your body, your health, your relationships, and even the level of clarity in your thoughts. You start to notice something wild. You don't get tired as easily. Your breathing deepens naturally. Your sleep becomes richer. Your body recovers faster. Your skin glows. Your eyes shine differently. Not because you added something outside, but because you removed the interference inside. This is the core of energetic rejuvenation, and it leads us to what Thoth called the hidden source, the eternal stream of energy that's always been available to you. It's not magic, it's not superstition, it's the natural intelligence of your being. This source lives inside stillness, inside breath, inside every moment you choose awareness over distraction. Thoth broke this source down into three living forces. 1. Inner silence. This isn't about meditating perfectly. It's about remembering that silence is where the real download happens, that just 30 seconds of quiet presence can shift your entire chemistry. Because in silence, your energy field recalibrates. In silence, you stop leaking your power through mental noise. That's when the universal current can start flowing through you again. 2. Energetic activation. This is the Ankh. This is the breath. This is presence. It's your ability to not just know something intellectually, but to feel it viscerally. It's when visualization becomes reality, when you embody what you remember, when ancient symbols become living codes inside you. And here's the beautiful part. It doesn't take years. The moment you choose it, the current begins to flow. 3. Conscious action. Because awakening doesn't mean floating above reality. It means living inside it differently, with integrity, with intention, with awareness in the way you speak, walk, rest, and love. This is how the flame stays lit, not by escaping the world, but by walking through it awake. These three forces, silence, activation, and action, make up the complete code. And when you align them, something incredible begins to happen. Your body enters a natural state of regeneration. Your nervous system recalibrates. Your immune system strengthens. Your hormones balance. Your sleep deepens. Your creativity returns. You stop needing external stimulation to feel alive. Because your energy field becomes self-renewing. You stop aging in the way you once thought was inevitable. Your cells start responding to the signal of harmony, not stress. Your posture shifts. Your presence expands. And the people around you feel it. Without a word, they sense something's different, because now you're living from your core, not reacting from your wounds. This is the ancient rejuvenation, not a fantasy, not a supplement, but a remembrance. And it's not just for sages. It's not for gurus. It's for you right now. But there's one last secret Thoth left us, a simple truth that ties it all together. The source is always with you, but you must return to it again and again. This isn't about mastering a technique once. It's about building a relationship with your own energy. And that relationship deepens every time you pause, breathe, and remember who you are. So the question isn't whether this works. It's whether you'll choose to live it. Right now, you stand at a threshold. You can forget what you felt here, or you can let it change you. If this message stirred something in you, that's your confirmation. You're not here by accident. Your soul pulled you to this moment because it remembers what the world made you forget. So take the next step. Write in the comments, my energy is my power. Not for me, but for you. Because when you declare that, something anchors, and your vibration starts to shift now. And if you're ready to go deeper to learn exactly how to apply this in your real life day by day, I made a special video for you. It's showing on the screen right now. Click it. Let's walk through the next step together. You've already awakened something. Now let's build it.